Sharita.
Hey guys, hope you're having a wonderful day so far. My name is Dylan with Designs by Dylan, and I'm here this morning at Ella's Home and Garden, of course, to have a fabulous time with you guys and to show you how to design a fabulous grapevine wreath. Honey, I've been waiting like a kid at the candy store on some fall leaves to arrive, and they are here. So one of my favorite items that we used last year a lot and I featured and focused on a lot is the maple ivy teardrop and swag. So let me show you what it looks like. This is the swag right here, and it makes a beautiful wreath. It's got dark color tones, ombre leaves, mixtures of berries, and it's 40% off for our item of the week. So these are only $8.99 each. You can go to ellishomeandgarden.com and select these guys online only this week, 40% off, $8.99, and pick these up. I'm going to show you how you can cut this apart, get multiple picks out of one, and use it on to a wreath. And everything else you see today as well can be found at ellishomeandgarden.com. Y'all make sure you leave comments down below with your questions, and also leave a comment and let me know where you're watching from this morning. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Tuesday. I know me and Dina are. It's a little bit warmer than we wanted it to be, but besides that, we're doing pretty good. Hey Sherry, how are you? I have missed you. I hope you're having a fabulous morning, girl. Hey Donna, hey Myra. Honey, I need to take this computer over here so I can look at y'all. Hey Amy, how are you? Excuse my stomach, I see it's poking out. Hey Susan, hey Margie, hey Ellen. Guys, by the way, let me hide this. I have been on a diet, I'm so excited. I'm down 8 pounds, okay? 8 pounds, it has been long and hard. And the last time I lost this weight, I don't remember it being this long and hard. But it has, it's just taking forever. But I'm down 8 pounds, no wine, no crap, no nothing. I've done really good. This is the third week, starting on Monday, was 3 weeks that I'm doing this. So I'm really proud of myself. Hey Tina, how are you? Hey Kim, hey Sharon, me too. Hey Donna from Georgia, hey Karen, hope you ladies are having a great day so far.
Actually, no wine?
No wine. Could you believe it, Dina? I have done so good, so good. We're gonna use this trash over here so I can hold my computer. Hey Delta, how are you? Sherry says she's taking some much time off. Well, I'm glad that you were back here, girl. Hey Lori from North Carolina. We've got something to talk about, Dina. I got to tell you too. Hey Phyllis, hey Anna, hey Denise. I've got to tell you just a little bit my experience at the escape room. Have you heard of those?
Yes.
Okay, I had the time of my freaking life. I'll tell you about it in just a bit. Hey Sharon, thank you so much.
I've always wanted to do one. I can't get anybody to go with me.
Oh, come with me, because the next one they have is Santa's Workshop. Okay, so guys, for anyone who's just popped on, my name is Dylan with Designs by Dylan. I'm here at Ella's Home and Garden. You can find everything and anything you see today at ellishomeandgarden.com. We're going to be using an 18-inch oval grapevine wreath, and we're going to knock it off and start it off by adding a pumpkin. Are y'all ready for this? I'm ready for some magic. Bloop, look at these. Y'all know black and white is really popular this year. I mean, you see it everywhere. I love it because I feel it's timeless. You can mix it with almost any season, any design. So, these pumpkins are great because they're styrofoam. So that means you can insert a pig at the bottom and then prop it on your wreath. So these are available on the website as well. I think they're $11.99. I could be wrong, but I think they're $11.99. They're a great size, great weight, and they'll be great on the bottom of the wreath. Hey Peggy, how are you? I agree. Hey Mandy, how are you, beautiful?
Jackie found a ceramic Christmas tree her aunt made years ago. She got it from West Tennessee, and I can't see the rest of it.
Send me a picture, girl. I would love to see. Hey Christy, how are you? The escape room, Stephanie, I had a wonderful time. It was amazing. Okay guys, so let's start off with this I'm sorry, I just had a blackout moment. Look at this tag. We got to cut this off by my scissors. So let's cut this tag off, and look, listen Linda, they have these tags too. This tells you, I guess, if you eat this you're gonna die, but you know, hopefully you don't. So let's go ahead and cut that off as well. I always tell everybody, you know, they put all those cords on those Christmas lights too, and if you're gonna get shocked, you're gonna get shocked. You don't have to read the cord, you know, your risk of getting electrocuted, you're gonna get shocked. Hey Debbie, how are you? Hey Judy, good morning. Okay guys, so we're gonna start by adding this down here at the bottom. I'm gonna take one of these 6-inch wooden picks and just prop her, bloop, right there at the bottom. I'm going to take my wire cutters, cut off that excess wire. Now remember, you want to hot glue and secure every single thing that you're going to use. I'm doing this for demonstration, so I'm not going to right now, but you guys definitely need to glue, okay? So we're going to prop this right down here on the bottom of the wreath. We might have to put, let's see.
Peggy says she's 66 and down 27 pounds, so it's possible.
Who? Peggy? Peggy, congratulations, girl. Everything is possible. Weight loss is so possible. You just have to be determined, and you have to want to do it. And I do want to do it. I had something, I saw a picture of myself, and I was like, girl, who is she? You know, I had to get rid of that body. So down 8 pounds. I got 22 more to go. I want 30 total. I can do it. I've done it before. I felt so much better. I felt so much happier, and I feel better when I'm eating clean. So, Dean, I haven't had fast food in this is 3 weeks. I haven't had pizza in 3 weeks. I haven't done anything, guys. You know how bad I want a donut? I mean, but I'm holding through. I'm staying strong.
What size is the wreath again? 18 or 24?
This is 18-inch oval grapevine wreath. This pumpkin, I might have to wire this now that I think of it. Let me see if I can get the sides. Y'all bear with me just a second. Nope, that'll work. So the pumpkin's kind of hollow at the bottom, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to place these picks on the sides into the actual styrofoam. Also, I need your guys' opinion on something. I've been wanting to go to the theater to see Scary Stories in the Dark. Have you seen that? Y'all leave a comment and let me know if you saw it and what you thought. I heard some people said you would love it if you were 8 years old. I heard some people said they loved it. So y'all leave a comment and let me know. Hey Sherry, I'm doing good. Christina, I'm so jealous, girl. You know I would throw down on a bag of potato chips right now.
Mona, we are in Longview, Texas.
There we go. Did I get that on there this time? Okay. So now that we have our pumpkin on there, guys, we're going to start with our ribbon now and add a little bit of ribbon underneath. Of course, you could use any type of ribbon that you have, but I'm just going to use, I love plaid, especially with this. And I like the orange plaid just because it contrasts well off of the actual pumpkin. So I'm going to use these two plaids right here. One is 1.5 inch and one is 2.5 inch. I'm going to put these together and pair them to put a beautiful bow to give a great foundation underneath our pumpkin. Hey Mona, how are you? Hey Carolyn. Carolyn, I'm just watching what I eat. No crap, no wine, no sweets, no fast food. And someone asked what I eat in the day. Hey Andy, how are you? I eat chicken breast, I eat vegetables. Like last night I was so sick of eating chicken. I made myself scrambled eggs with bacon. I can have that too, no bread. So just small changes in your diet can really affect, you know, your weight and how much you lose and stuff and how fast you lose. So I think I told myself when I get to a goal, which I'm not going to tell you what that is, okay? But when I get there, I'm going to cheat. And I'll have like pizza or something. But I got, let's see, I have 6 more pounds before I reach that goal. So when I get there, then I might cheat one day. Hey Mary, how are you?
Barbara's asking.
Andy, are you playing or are you for real, girl? You better call me. Do what?
She says, shouldn't you turn the pumpkin so you can see the leaves?
You can, but I'm going to leave them like this because I'm going to have so much going on. I don't want to hide the pumpkin anyway. So once you get foliage and ribbon down here, if you get it coming up too far and the orange leaves hang down, it will kind of help hide the pumpkin, which you don't want to do. Okay, guys, so we're going to tie us a bow. I'm just going to drop this down on the floor and tie us one to go straight underneath. So what's everybody been up to? Y'all had a great week last week? Guys, don't forget we sell Pro Bow the hand, so if you guys struggle with hand-tied bows, you can always replicate what we're doing here on the bottom of the wreath with your Pro Bow. Excuse me, I recommend that you use row D on your Pro Bow because that's just your standard size bow that I would use on a wreath. Hey Amanda, how are you?
Mona, you can order online. Rebecca will post a shopping list at the end.
Yes, she will. Hey Mary, how are you? Okay. So it's been a minute since I've used ribbon that's the same. I just use different sizes, but I really like this plaid. So I'm just going to do about 5 loops. I don't want it to be too full.
Regina's on.
Regina, how are you, girl? I was just telling everybody about the Pro Bow of the hand, honey. How are you feeling? She had surgery yesterday. Just a minor little surgery. So I hope that you are feeling better already, because hopefully it gives you instant relief. Y'all bear with me. I forgot my chainsaw, so I'm going to have to cut this with these scissors. There we go. Ooh. Okay, now you can take a pipe cleaner or a piece of wire and tie off your bow. Okay, and then we're going to put this underneath the pumpkin. And then we have got to talk, honey. We have got to talk. Let's see. Give me just a second. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Uh-oh, someone said they live in the boonies. Hey, kitty. My mom does too. Okay, she had moved out and moved on to the boonies. Laura Ingalls. But hey, she's living her life. She's having the best time. I'm so happy for her. Did anyone say they saw that movie? I didn't see any comments.
No.
Okay, well, I guess somebody likes scary movies, but I do. Okay, guys, so I have my bow. I left it large on purpose, and I left these spaces in here because you can always go back through and you can add in your materials. And if you have a bow that's too big or too full, then it kind of limits you on what you can do because you always want to stay away from that congestion that you could run into. So I'm going to add my bow down here at the bottom by just running my pipe cleaner through. Maybe. Oh my God. There we go. So let me attach this down here at the bottom of the wreath, and then you always want to go back through and adjust it. This pumpkin is still not the way that I want it, so we're going to adjust it again. Okay? This grapevine is a little bit harder to add things into. There we go, finally. Okay, so we have our bow, and again, we just have that at the bottom or base of the pumpkin, and now we can go through, once that's on there, and add in, starting off with our foliage. Hey Patsy, how are you? Hey Jana, how are you beautiful? Hey Paula, good morning. Okay, while I have my ribbon on, guys, I'm going to go ahead and tie my bow up here for the top of the wreath, because we are going to do one on both the top and the bottom of the wreath. And while I'm tying this, let's talk. So, I had never been to an escape room. I saw that movie, by the way. Have you seen that movie, Dina? It is a little scary, okay? You die in there if you don't escape. So I was a little, I had a little anxiety because I was thinking, ain't nobody got time to die over an escape room. But they've become so popular since that movie, and they're everywhere. And if you guys have done an escape room, leave a comment and say yes or no and what your experience was like. So my friend Katie had done one before. She said her theme was Killer Cabin. And they have different levels you can do. Like the one that we did was level 3 out of 5, meaning that's the hardness, I guess, of the level. 2 of 5 would not be, that hard. And then, of course, 1 of 5. And then 4 or 5 is the hardest. So we decided to do one, and she'd already done Killer Cabin, which of course that's the one I wanted to do. But they also had a Christmas workshop, a Santa's workshop. But the level was only 2 out of 5, and I felt like I want to get my money's worth. If I went and paid for it, it's $25 a person. So we decided to do this one called Dino World, and it was kind of like Jurassic Park. I love that movie. You like that movie, Dear? Mm-hmm. So I love that movie, and so here's what you do. You have an hour to get out of the room. You go into the room, the lady from the front walks you in there, and you watch a short video. It's like a minute long, and it kind of just explains what the room was about. It explains what's happened. For example, I think that the lab was blowing up, and in an hour they were going to lose electricity, so that's why you have an hour to solve everything and get everything ready to go. So we get in there, and then all of a sudden, the movie goes off, and your time starts. It's like a countdown, honey. I felt like I was in Saul. And so thank God there was no Sauls around. But you had an hour to do everything and to solve everything. And they give you clues, like you have 3 or 4 clues, kind of like lifelines on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, that you can select, and they'll help you through it because some things are hard. So of course the first thing you do is run around and you open up all the drawers and you look at all the stuff because there could be clues hidden everywhere. There's a manual in there. You have to look at the manual. There could be things that you use in there. It was freaking hard. Everyone was actually having to think and look and think outside the box because it wasn't easy, and you had to do it. But we made it. We made it in 2 seconds, honey, and we had the time of our lives. So if you guys have not done an escape room, I recommend that you do. With a group of friends, have a little wine before, make it even more fun. Of course, I didn't because I'm not drinking. But we still had a freaking blast. So I definitely recommend that you guys go check it out for sure. But they have one that's Santa's Workshop, Dina, and it's 2 of 5, and I could barely get through the 3 of 5, so we should go do it. Hey, Mel, how are you?
How big are the loops?
The loops on these are about 12 inches. That's kind of like my standard size loop, guys. It just makes the perfect size bow to go on any standard wreath, especially an 18-inch form, which is this one right here. Okay, don't forget everything you see today, the pumpkins, the ribbon, the foliage that we're going to use, you can locate all of that stuff at ellishomeandgarden.com. So I'm going to go ahead real quick and add my bow up here near the top of my wreath.
Dara's asking, what did you replace your wine with?
Okay, so, listen. I have found these new things. First of all, the reason that I stopped drinking wine, guys, is because it's full of sugar. I mean, full. So, I found these things. Y'all know what White Claws are? They're really popular right now. I think they've been around. You know what that is? They call them spritzers or something like that. It's basically like a watered down drink, but it has 1 carb and 0 sugar. Okay? And there's barely any alcohol in it, but whatever. So I found these other ones. I like White Claws, but the flavor's not that great. But I found these other ones from Smirnoff, and they're called Smirnoff Smeltzers. And they're the same thing. They have 1 carb, 0 sugar. So if I want something to drink, I'll have a couple of those. But I love beer too. No beer, no alcohol, no vodka, no wine. If I want something to drink, that's what I drink. They're called Smirnoff Smelters. So you'll have to check them out. 1 carb, no sugar. And it's been fine for me. I don't really miss the wine. I really miss fried chicken. But we'll get to that after I lose some more weight. Hey, Rhonda, how are you? Hey, Ann. Thanks for being here. Tina says there's some low-carb drinks. I think I've seen those around as well. Okay, guys. So now that we have our bows on, it's time to bring out my favorite product. I'm so excited. So, again, this is so cute. Make a cute belt, and you can put this on your wreath. But this is called a Maple Ivy Swag. These are online for only $8.99. They're 40% off as our item of the week. Hey, Brenda, how are you? So I'm going to show you how we can cut these apart and add these onto the wreath to create perfect foliage, okay? So if you'll look with me, on the back of the wreath here, there's these little ties. And it ties this swag together. So you can just take your wire cutters and go through here and cut off those swags. Okay, so just cut off those swags, just like this. Now you have 2 pieces. Now even that's too big, so what you can do is fold these in half and cut them again. So now, for example, you have 2 picks. So once you cut this all apart, you have 4 picks in one. Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna ask Dina right here on this video. Okay, we're gonna take a poll. Y'all leave a comment and let me know. I can figure out how to do this without her being on camera. Okay, so I can figure it out. No, Dina has been here with me from day one, and she has had first step tutorials because she's standing right here. So one day, I think we should do a video where it's me and you side by side, and we both do the same wreath and see what happens. And I can figure out a way. I can put the camera in the middle of us, like if we're standing here. So we're not on the camera, or Dina's not on the camera, but would you be okay to do that?
Maybe.
That would be fun, guys, because everyone's interpretation is different. Hey, Rita, how are you? Chicken and
almond flour or
I've
coconut.
never thought about that. Let me tell you a recipe I did the other night before I cut my trachea with those those clippers. They're called Zucchini Fries. You ever heard of these? Mm-hmm. So what you do, guys, or what I did, is I took a zucchini and I cut it and I speared it kind of like a pickle. And you roll it in flour, you put it in a whipped up egg, and then you roll it in a mixture of spices and breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese, and then you bake them in the oven. If you were having burgers and you wanted that texture of a fry, super good, guys. Something else that we did that I thought I would never like. Well, first of all, I love squash and zucchini. I love any kind of vegetable except cucumber. Ooh, I love pickles, but I can't do cucumber. So we had spaghetti, and we made homemade spaghetti sauce, and we used spaghetti squash as our noodles. Guys, it was so freaking good. You couldn't even tell the difference. Same texture, same weight. You thought you were eating spaghetti. Mm-hmm. It was so good, and it was healthy. So that's another tip, you guys, if you were looking for something that you could eat that would be healthier. Hey, Tammy, what's up with you, girl? Oh my God, Joy, I don't even want to talk about the heat. It's so freaking hot here in Texas. Your glasses fog up when you walk outside. It's just crazy. Okay, so we're going to start with the foliage that we cut.
There's that meme that says what it feels like to be in Texas. Take a hot shower, don't dry off, put your clothes on. Exactly.
Yes, and did y'all see that one? It said, I know what has happened to Cheryl She Shed. It's the heat, the Texas heat. Okay, guys, so I'm going to start adding these down here near the bottom of my wreath. And again, you want to make sure you glue all of this because you want it to be as tight and as secure as possible, because this is going to go on your door. Therefore, you will have movement. I'm doing this for demo, so I'm not going to be gluing. Okay? So I'm going to move my ribbon around and give myself a great little droopy moment down here at the bottom. I love everything to kind of, get longer. And if you want something to give yourself some great length, you can always add more ribbon or more foliage. You just kind of let it drape down and hang down the bottom of your wreath. Debbie, those would melt in 5 seconds. She says ice cubes on a gold necklace. They melt in 5 seconds, girl. Hey, Sally, we're doing good. Hey, Mary, how are you? Hey, Diane. Mary, who are you talking about? Yeah, you guys can find me on Facebook at Designs by Dylan, and my website, which Anita just said, is dylanpalmerdesigns.com. Hey, Candy. Donna, I don't have an air fryer. I have a Instapot, I have a crock pot, I have a stove, an oven, but I've never used an air fryer. I heard that it's great. I heard that you can cook chicken in it and fries and it's crispy, just like,
My mom's got
but
one.
non-greasy.
Yeah.
But I still can't have fried chicken in there. But I could have what she's talking about. Oh, Barbara, honey, you better just tell us what you feel. Did you see her comment? I'll let you just read it. Okay, I agree. Okay, it is a struggle, honey. It is a struggle. Hey, Jeanette, how are you? Hi, Debbie. Welcome for your first time. Okay, so we're going to continue up here near the top of the wreath as well to get ourselves a great base going on. Remember, any questions or comments you guys have, drop those down below because Dina and I will help you in any way that we can. Hey, Linda from Georgia. Can I tell y'all a secret and y'all not judge me? So I got ready to ship a wreath. Shout out to Sylvan. I didn't learn nothing. Okay, so I got ready to ship a wreath the other day, y'all, and it was going to Georgia, Dublin, Georgia. Isn't Dublin another place too? Like
Ireland.
Okay, Ireland. Okay, so I got ready to ship, and I make my own shipping labels at home. I print them out at home, and I typed in the address, done everything I was supposed to do, and it said address cannot be verified. It won't let you print a shipping label until you verify your address. It happened to me one other time, and it's because I spelled something wrong. So I looked at all my spelling. Everything was spelled right. I was sweating because I got pissed, and I was calling Morgan. I was like, Morgan, I cannot get this figured out, blah, blah, blah. And it said my shipping was going to be $451. And I thought, something has got to be wrong. You know, what is going on? So I kept looking at it, and I couldn't figure it out, y'all. Couldn't figure it out. So Morgan, I called her, and I said, Morgan, figure it out. I cannot do it. I've got to walk away from this. I'm drenched already because I'm so mad. Honey, you know, I had the what's it called, the province? I had that put as Georgia instead of United States. And so I don't know where that was, but it was sitting at $452, and it said it would take 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. So that's what my problem was. We live in the United States still, and I've got to learn. So shout out to Sylvan. Didn't learn nothing. Hey, Susan, how are you, baby? How are you? Susan's one of my girls, Dean. I'll have to show you her page later. She's so funny. Mary says she wants to meet you holding the phone or camera. Oh, she said she came to see you. She's probably hiding, girl. Probably hiding.
And she said I'd left because I'd leave at 2 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, Dina leaves early, honey. She don't play. She gets here early and leaves early.
There's Dublin, Texas, because that's down close to
It might not have been the
Pepper's thing.
I typed in Georgia, though, in the wrong place, and that's what happened. But I don't know. Susan, I'm doing good, girl. How are you? Have you found out what to do with that hat you had on the other night, that donut hat? Okay. Who is watching Yellowstone? Are you watching? Who's watching Yellowstone? What do y'all think? My favorite girl, she got her butt whooped the other night, but when she shanked that guy with that wreath, I said, girl, you better come through with that night. Angie, my fall wreath's out now, but I put my stuff up in July because I had to, because I'm filming for my new YouTube channel. So I'm doing Christmas next month as well. So, you know, I think August is a good time, and here's why I justify that. They always say kids go back to school in the fall, and that's in August, and so I consider August to be fall. It's going to be hot here through November, so I feel like you don't have to wait on the weather. My aunt always says, it's too hot for fall, but really, it's hot here all the time. So.
Do you know how the measurements of that swag before you cut it up?
Do I have what?
The measurements of that swag before you cut it
The
up.
whole thing? Yes. It's 30 inches. Okay, so then I take that 30-inch swag, I cut it in half, and then I cut it in half again, so I get 4 picks out of one swag. Me too, Ann. I cannot wait. Hey, Diane, yes, this swag is on the website. We have it in a teardrop form as well. You can do the same thing with that. ellishomeandgarden.com, guys. You can locate and find everything that we're using in today's video. Okay, so I'm adding in some more of my foliage just up here around the top. And again, here's a long piece, and I'm just kind of cutting it in half to get the perfect thing.
Yes, we carry the swag here at Ellis.
Poor Jamie. I think that he's kind of trying to reinvent himself, but it could be good because he's done some things where I think he's struggling. And, you know, I keep hoping for his dad to show him some compassion, so we'll just see. Oh my God, Dina, I gotta get you hooked on that show. You're gonna be hooked. You know, you like Kevin Costner. And the cowboy hat too, girl. You don't even know.
Because he was in Dances with Wolves, yeah. Bare butt and all.
Orange is the New Black is so good. I had to quit watching that, y'all. Listen, I'm just gonna tell y'all how I feel. I love TV shows with killing, with death, with drama, with sex, all that stuff. Orange is the New Black was too much for me. It was just way too much. I can't do it. And I can do a lot, but I can't do that. Hey, Felicia. You can get them at ellishomeandgarden.com. Hey, Veronica. What's up, girl? Hey, Lynn. It is an oval. Let me type the website right here for you, girl. The ring around your head, Susan. Okay, guys. I put the website right there so you can go and locate everything that we're using today. What happened, Dave? Am I missing something? Okay.
Any Stella drama?
Stella. Let me tell y'all about Stella. We have had a breakthrough. Okay, so we've got the document. I need one of those. What do you call those things where you hit it like the judge? Gravel? Gavel. Okay. I say gravel. Okay, guys. Yeah, me too, Debbie. I can't have them. We've had a breakthrough with Stella. So, y'all know she's crazy, and she hops around like a deer. But I always had a collar on her neck, and when I would take her to the groomer, or anything, period, on a leash, I would have to wrap the collar around her neck so it would basically choke her if she ran too fast because she just got too crazy. And I was afraid it was going to pull off of her head, and I couldn't risk running her down the street, you know? So I went and invested. By the way, these things are not cheap, and it's a ripoff. So shout out to Petco. I went and bought her a harness, okay? A harness, like you would put on a horse. And I put that harness on her, y'all. She is a totally different dog as far as walking, okay? Because I don't leave her on all the time. I put that harness on her. We took Molly and her out for a walk. She stood right beside me. She walked right beside me. She sat down when I stopped. Something about the harness. And I think it's because when I pull on it, I pull her body. So I can like lift her up with it, and it doesn't pull on her neck. So her whole body is restrained, and she walks right beside me. Totally different dog. I wish I had something crazy to tell y'all, but she's been very good. I get home, she'll tear up something, you know. Me too, Valerie, I love it. Again, it came from Ellis Home and Garden Guides. You can get it on the website. And I'm just filling in now with this fabulous floral. Okay, I'm going to step back right in front of y'all for just a sec so I can take a look. Now, I like to have my wreaths where they're kind of asymmetrical, okay? So we have a bow here in the center, we have one at the bottom, and of course we have our beautiful pumpkin in the center as a focal point. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Yes, honey, I'm knocking on wood. Okay. One of my other favorites is this pick right here. Now, this is new, this is on the website, but look up close at all of this stuff that's in here. It's fabulous, okay? It's a little bit lighter greenery, so it's going to contrast well. So we're going to mix this in now all around the wreath, okay? We're going to come down here. I'm going to incorporate this right here at the bottom or base of my pumpkin. If I can get it through the grapevine. There we go. And then you can pull it apart and just shape everything up, okay? You're going to move your ribbon around so everything is blended together, just like so. And we're going to do the same thing at the top, but if this is too long, you can always cut this apart in smaller pieces and add it that way as well. Thanks, Carolyn. Lynn, I agree. I completely agree. Okay, I was talking about this the other day on my page, guys. So see, I cut this in a smaller section. I'm going to add this around the top. About those ceramic Christmas trees, okay? So, and did I tell you about this one, the Halloween one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I saw it.
So they're sold out company-wide, by the way. Where's my check? So, you know, but I love ceramic Christmas trees, guys. My grandmother had one forever. She said someone made it for her 40 years ago, and it was literally in the will. So when she passed away, that tree went to me. My grandpa's still living, so of course I go over there every year and decorate, and I put the tree out. So until he's gone, I want it to stay over there because it's kind of like a tradition. But it's a vintage 3-tier one that you cannot find them anywhere. You can find them on eBay for like $600. Very rare. I guess people back then only made them in small quantities, and you might can get them at antique shops and stuff. But if you guys have an antique Christmas tree, a ceramic one, leave a comment down below and say yes or no. I found one at a store that was Halloween. It was a black one with orange and purple bulbs on it, and I wouldn't think anything of it other than it was released from Mr. Christmas, and that's like a brand they've had around forever. And he only makes stuff in limited quantities. And it was a big franchise store with 50 stores, but they only had 2 at each store. You know, it was so popular, they made an announcement on their page that they're sold out company-wide and they won't be getting any more. And when I saw it, it was on regular price, and I used a coupon, and I said, I better get this because I have a feeling it's going to go quick. But I love them. So do you guys, a lot of people have them. Who made them for you? Or do you have some, or do you make them? I had a couple of divas of mine that said that they made theirs actually for themselves a long time ago. Does your mom have one?
She used to.
Okay, we're going to start adding in some more of this foliage now, all the way around the wreath. Tracy, that is awesome. So a lot of people said they have 3-tier ones. Yep, my grandmother too. And hers is so special to me. I always get nervous, even when I set it up every year, because if something happened to that tree, it's like it might as well stab me. So, I don't know. So a lot of people have one. Well, y'all have to leave comments and let me see. I would love to see pictures. Love it, love it. I also have, y'all know who Mr. Christmas is? You know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
So back a long time ago when I was a little boy, I was probably like 4 or 5 years old. My grandmother bought me this Mr. Christmas. It's called Mickey Mouse Clock Shop. You ever seen those? And you ever seen those? And they don't have them anymore. It's just a 1-year special thing, guys. That it has little, looks like cuckoo clocks, and the Disney characters come out and it sings. And I've had that thing. I've had it since I was 5 years old. And y'all know, probably like a few years ago, I got ready to do something, and I got up in her attic and I found it, okay, after all these years. I mean, it'd been like 10, 15 years since it even been out of the box. I had forgot about it. But I found it, and so I brought it home, and it works perfectly, and I displayed it probably like 4 or 5 years ago, but I've yet to do that again, so I think I'm going to do it this year. This is my first house, or my first place with Josh, so I think I'm going to display it, but I still have that. Do you guys have one?
Sherry, Rebecca will post a supply list at the end.
Hey, Lori, how are ya? So, guys, I'm just filling in using that other bush all around my wreath. Of course, I'm going to leave some of the taller pieces to go up here near the top.
Linda's asking, are you going to be selling this? Because she does live in Georgia, USA.
We don't ship the wreaths, girl. But if you want me to, contact me on Designs by Dylan, and I can see what I can do to hook you up. They'll sell at the store, for sure. So, Georgia, USA, where's that at? Oh, Georgia, like Atlanta. I was thinking Texas. Okay. Oh my God, I had a moment. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit up here. Y'all see this maple ivy swag, how pretty it is? It really has all these different components in it, and that's why I love to use it, because it's got mixtures of greenery, it's got different sized berries in it. All of that stuff is inside the wreath.
Diana, we sell the pumpkin at Ellis.
Yes, we do carry the pumpkin. I have one more small piece, guys, and you can take this and pull it apart and stick this in between your bow, actually.
Will you buy Sam's ribbon?
I like Sam's ribbon sometimes. It just depends. The quality's not always the best. No offense to them. I love Sam's and all their stuff. But, you know, sometimes it pulls apart, the edges does, just because it's so thin. But they do have a great selection, and it's great for making bows or anything like that, or incorporating into your Christmas tree. Okay, let me grab this. So now I'm going to take that 1.5-inch ribbon again, and I just have a little bit left on the roll because there was only 5 yards. And instead of saving this or, you know, storing it with all your other stuff, let's add a little bit onto the wreath. Okay, so we can cut this into some smaller pieces. And take some of those wooden picks.
Nina, he doesn't glue when he's doing demonstration. If he were doing it for his home, yes, he would.
Yeah, if your guys are putting it on this door or selling it, you want to make sure that you glue. But you can put little strips of ribbon on these picks and add those into your wreath to really showcase some more of that great ribbon. Okay, so like for example, I'm going to add some there, and this is all wired, so you can kind of curl it. And I just like to add it around my wreath. I do the same thing at the top with just these little wooden picks. Linnea, I bet it's beautiful. So we're going to work this in around the top. And now I'm going to come over here to the left side and work it in, kind of spilling down my actual wreath. And then of course you can curl it just like you did before. Just like that, okay? And you have a little bit of space over here, so I used all of that, but we can use a little bit of this other size and add it on that side. Let me grab one more pick. Okay. So I have one more pick here that we can use. Yep, this is a great idea versus leaving multiple tails on your initial bow because that can be too congested if you get too much going on. So you can use these little picks and then add them on from there on out. Okay? And you can just work this up. You want it to look as if you do have some longer tails going through your wreath. But you can work it in just like so. And I just love to let it spill. I love to let it spill down the sides of my wreath. Just like that. Okay? Well, that about wraps it up, guys. What do you think? It's been a minute since we've designed and decorated a fall wreath here at Ellis Home & Garden. Don't forget everything you see here, the pumpkin, the leaves, which are only $8.99 for the whole swag, this other stem that we use, the ribbon, the wreath itself, all of this can be found at ellishomeandgarden.com. The item of the week, of course, is that Maple Ivy swag. It's 30 inches before you cut it, and it's $8.99, so it's a great price. Thanks, Terry, so much. Thanks, Deborah. So if you guys are interested in purchasing any of that, head over there. Don't forget, guys, you can find me every day at Designs by Dylan, D-Y-L-E-N, on Facebook. And I have a monthly design group, guys, Dylan's Divas, because what else are we going to call it? It is $19.99 per month, guys. You can cancel any time. But I offer 2 to 3 live videos per week that are exclusive only to my group members, as well as a produced tutorial once a month. And this month, we've got some exciting things coming up for fall. So if you guys are interested in becoming a diva, head over to Dylan, D-Y-L-A-N, PalmerDesigns.com, and sign up today. Thank you so much, Patricia. Thanks, Candy. All right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your Tuesday and a great week so far. I'm going to head home actually to do another wreath with some leopard. I'm so excited. So I'm going to head home and do that in just a bit but I'm going to scan around Ellis first, see what I can spend money on. So y'all have a great afternoon, a great Tuesday, and I will see you next week, guys, at 10 o'clock a.m. CST. Bye, guys. Love you for watching.
Bye.